Hello and welcome to October 22nd, the New York Times Hard Sudoku. So I'll be receiving visitors from tomorrow at noon and 1 week. And I probably won't be able to upload videos every day. So please bear with me. I hope that this puzzle will be worth our while. Let's see how it goes. The 7 here and the 7 here puts a 7 in one of these two cells and therefore in one of these two cells. And the 5 here and the 5 here also puts a 5 in one of these two cells and therefore in one of these three cells. So we know now that these two cells will have to be a 5 and a 7. So if these cells are 5 and a 7, we still need to find a 2, 3, 4, and a 9, don't we? It so happens there's a 2, 4, and a 9 that can see this cell, and therefore it must be a 3. I am noticing the 2 here, and the 2 here for is a 2 in this cell and in this cell, and in combination with this cell, we know that a 2 will have to go in one of these two cells, won't it? And also this 1 and this 1 here force a 1 in one of these two cells. So in combination with the 1 here, we can now fix the 1 for the center column like so. And we now have an 8 here and we have an 8 here, and that fixes an 8 for this cell, doesn't it? We can also see the 3 here and this 4. They force a 3 and a 4 in these two cells, leaving a 5 and a 6 for these two cells. And since there is a 6 here already that can see this cell, that now becomes a 5 and this becomes a 6. And we know that this cell cannot be a 5, and nor can these two. And given the 5 here, we now know how to fix the 5 for the center cell of the puzzle, like so. So these two being a 3 and a 4 in some order, we still need to find a 2, 3, and a 9, don't we, for these three cells? No, there's a 3 here and a 9 here, so this cell has got to be a 2. And it's 2 here, and this 2 gives us the 2 for column 2, like so. As we recall, these two cells have to be a 3 and a 4 in some order. And we also have this 3 that can see these two cells. Therefore, we know that the 3 for row 1 will have to go either here or here. And since this cell cannot be a 3 because of a ghost 3 down here, we now know that a 3 will have to go in this cell. There's just no other place it can go. Now the 3 here and this 3 gives us a 3 for this cell, and we know, of course, that this cell now must be a 2. And that makes this cell up here a 4. The 4 here, and this 4 gives us a 4 for column 9, like so. These two cells need to be a 1 and a 7. And why? Because we have a 1 and a 7 already in this 3 by 3 box, and they can see these two cells. So a 1 and a 7 will have to go here and here, leaving a 5 and a 6 for these two cells. And since there's a 5 already in column 1, this cell now is a 6 and this is a 5. The 5 here and the 5 here and this 5 gives us a 5 for column 3, like so. We can find a 9 for this cell because of the 9 here and here. They can cover these 5 cells, and the 9 up here can cover these 3 cells, and that leaves only this cell for a 9. Now, one of these 2 cells will have to be a 9. So let's see if we can't find a 1 for this cell. I think we can because of the 1 here and the 1 up here. This is a 1. And therefore this cell now must be a 7. The 7 here and 7 here and the 7 down here puts a 7 in this cell. Now we just need to find a 4 and a 9 for these 2 cells. The 4 here, here, and here gives us this 4. We need to find a 2, 3, and an 8 for column 1. There's a 2 already in this box, and therefore the 2 will have to go here. And this 2 now and the 1 here in combination with the 2 up here in the first row puts a 2 in this cell. And now we need a 8, and one of the 2 cells must be an 8, and there's an 8 already in this row, so the 8 will have to go here. The last digit that we need here is a 3. Now we need a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 6, 7, and a 9 to cover these 3 cells. There's a 7 already in this row, so that's kind of easy. And these 2 now have to be a 6 and a 9, and there's a 9 already here. That makes this a 6 and this a 9. The 9 here and here gives us the final 9 for the row. And let's see, for this row we still need to find a 6 and a 7. Oh, look, I can't place them at the moment, but that leaves a 1 and a 2 for these 2 cells, and there's a 2 up here, so the 1 will go here and the 2. These 2 empty cells now have to be a 7 and an 8 in some combination. And what else can we see? We need to find a 3 and a 4 for these 2 cells, and I can't find any at the moment. I also need a 4 for one of these 2 cells, of course. For column 7, we need to find a 5, 6, and an 8. There is a 6 here, and there's a 6 here, so clearly this cell must be a 6, and this cell cannot be a 5 because of the 5 here. Therefore, it must be an 8, and this cell now is a 5. And the 5 here and here gives us this 5 and this 9. We have a 9 here, here, and here, and that puts a 9 in this cell, doesn't it? These 2 cells are still going to be a 3 or an 8, a 3 and an 8, and therefore this cell over here will have to be a 6. And that puts a 6 in this cell, of course, and a 7 in this one. The 7 here and here gives us the 7 for the bottom row, like so, and for this cell as well. Now we just need to find a 1 and an 8 for these 2 cells. See, this 8 here makes it very easy to place those 2. This cell must be 4 because it's the last number that we need to complete the column. And this 4 and this 4 gives us the 4 for this cell, and the last digit that we need here now is going to be a 3. These two cells now have to be a 1 and a 5. There's a 5 already in this row, therefore this is a 1 and this is a 5. The 1 here and here and here gives us the 1 for the bottom row, and the last digit that we need here is a 3, and that takes care of the 3 up here and the 8. So now we have an 8 here, and we need an 8 for this cell, and the last digit for the puzzle is going to be a 6. That was quite easy, I have to say. I wonder why the New York Times insists on labeling this a hard puzzle. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this rather speedy solve, and please look out for some more videos coming your way. I will try to find time to make 1 or 2 more videos in the coming week, even though I will have company here in my winter cave.